Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Bayern München has a new captain. El Capitan Joshua Kimmich is coming up. I told you guys, man, the greatest captain of all time. Now, the captain position is actually really, really important. People don't realize how much a captain does. He makes a lot of key decisions. His job is to motivate the team in harsh times. He's supposed to be the guy that performs every single game so the rest of his teammates can follow and lead by example. The captain is supposed to be your most consistently performing player, and ours is Joshua Kimmich. What do you guys think about that? He has been like fourth captain for years, and then Lewandowski left, and then he was third captain, and now with Thomas Müller not being untouchable in the team, and Neuer being out for 5 months, Kimmich is the next captain. It's crazy how this, it was a long time ago we thought Kimmich could be the next Bayern captain, and he is. He will be the next Bayern captain. So with Neuer out for the season and Thomas Müller no longer untouchable, Joshua Kimmich is set to become even more important and take more responsibility. The people in charge have always been aware that Kimmich will be the next captain. In addition to his performances on the pitch, Kimmich is a team player, motivates his teammates in training, but sometimes exaggerates with his character to the point where there was a clash between him and another leading player at the World Cup. Kimmich also supports his teammates mentally. While Leroy Sané was struggling with his form, Kimmich met with him for a meal and encouraged him. Kimmich is the link between the different cliques in the team. He has a good relationship with the French players and especially Kingsley Coman. Oh, man, by the way, Kingsley is suffering racial abuse by the French on Instagram and his social medias. That's sad, man. That's really sad. So we're with Kingsley. We're with him. Bayern released a statement. Of course, we're always going to stand behind our players. But yeah, it really sucks. There's some news on Pavard. There's a lot of Bayern news. The World Cup's over, which means the FC Bayern München is my focus. I don't care about no damn World Cup. Also, there's some news on the goalkeeping situation as Bayern continue to negotiate with Monaco for Alexander Newbo. Alexander, the great new boy. It looks as if we might be bringing in a different name. And I'll mention that name in a few seconds. But let me talk about Kimmich's performances real quick before we just brush past what this guy's been doing over the last few months. Kimmich, man, deserves this. He deserves this more than anyone. The consistency in his performances has been magnificent. I think he was actually one of the highest rated players at the World Cup. I know ratings don't mean much, but come on. And stats don't mean everything. But come on, man. It's interesting that SofaScore has defending as Kimmich's worst attribute here. And I would agree. I actually do agree. Kimmich's worst game at the World Cup looks like it was Spain, and he had a 7.9. Costa Rica, he had a really good game. Japan, he had a really good game. But look at the consistency. Yes, ratings don't mean everything, but the consistency in Kimmich's performances. Barcelona, 7.7. Mainz, 8.0. Inter Milan, 8.1. And he's not just scoring and assisting. He's actually performing really well in a lot of these games, just controlling games. Look at his average ratings in the Bundesliga and the Champions League. Look at the ratings in the UEFA Nations League, the World Cup, the DFB Pokal. Now, people are criticizing Kimmich for some odd reason for the World Cup, as if it's his fault that Germany lost, as if he was the only player. And you know what? Maybe that's good for Kimmich because it means he's rated highly by people and they expect him to perform at these great levels. But here's the thing. Kimmich is very composed on the ball. His role in rotating possession is critical. If you don't appreciate Kimmich, then watch Liverpool without Thiago. You'll see just how all over the place they are. Kimmich, for the amount of times he gets on the ball and him not getting injured as much is such a blessing. You guys don't realize how important Kimmich is until we lose him. I mean, games where we don't have Kimmich, we have zero control. It just feels like we're all over the place, long balls, and it's Upamecano trying line passes every second. But when there is Kimmich, we have composure on the ball, patience in possession, and he knows when to pick the passes. And Kimmich is the one player you can trust to get the ball deep and to make a crazy line-breaking pass. Kimmich is a great player. Now, there was a time where I thought Kimmich, maybe he's not a midfielder. He's a right back, and maybe we should just play him at right back and get the most out of him. Honestly, I don't see why we can't do that. If we had a midfielder like Kimmich that could, control the game and do all that, let's say we had an Enzo Fernandez. You could move Kimmich to right back and make him inverted, which is how we play. And he would still have the responsibilities of breaking lines and doing all the things he does, except, less defensive responsibility from right back as opposed to, being the deepest midfielder sometimes. So, yeah, I mean, it's not the worst idea. But I think now Nagelsmann has found a way to make our system balanced. Goretzka does the running. He does the physical work, while Kimmich does the pretty work, the thing that looks good on the eye, the quick turns, the quick passes, and moves into pockets of space to receive the ball and take it back and pass it. So Kimmich is doing the beauty thing. Goretzka's doing the power thing. And that's fine. That's a great dynamic. I would not mind a Casemiro-esque player. You guys know I hate Casemiro, right? It's not that I hate that he's bad. No, I hate him because he's good. There's a reason. When you just hate someone for how they are? Casemiro is a scumbag the way he plays. I wouldn't mind a player like Casemiro. And the reason, let me tell you, he would add this aspect to our team. He would foul people. He would just read the game and defend. That's all he'd do, protect the back line. And that's really crucial in a cup competition. We're playing PSG very shortly here. I mean, that game is going to be who can defend their attackers the best. PSG, they're going to have these lanky midfielders next to Neymar, Mbappe, and all these guys. We're going to have Goretzka and Kimmich. Is that midfield enough to overcome Vitinha, Verratti, and probably Danilo Pereira or whoever, one of the lanky bastards they end up playing? I mean, Real Madrid have a perfect balance. They have Tchouaméni. I wish we signed that guy. Tchouaméni. They have Camavinga, but Camavinga's on the bench. Toni Kroos and Luka Modric, man. Luka Modric, the number 10, allowed to go into all sorts of spaces and also tracks back. He's a box-to-box, but more advanced. Toni Kroos is a central midfielder. His job is to control the game and switch play and do those things. Tchouaméni is there to be a destroyer, to stop attacks, and to protect his two midfielders. That's a perfect balance. Man City have a similar thing. Rodri is the protector of the back line, but with City, it's like, you don't really need a protector because you have the ball the majority of the game. But for when they don't have it, Rodri is supposed to come in and break play. He has De Bruyne next to him and Bernardo Silva, or sometimes it's Gundogan. And that's a perfect balance. Gundogan controls the game and Rodri controls everyone controls the game for Man City. De Bruyne is allowed to go forward into the half spaces. It's just Bayern Munich. For a few years since Javi Martinez, we have not had a specialist CDM. And it's funny because Pep came here and changed Javi Martinez from the specialist CDM that led us to a Champions League and moved him to center back because he didn't like his abilities on the ball. So, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily mind that kind of partner for Kimmich. But, yeah, that's the news, boys. Kimmich is going to be the next captain. It's going to be an amazing time. I like Kimmich. I like his stances on issues. He wasn't all about the armbands at Qatar. He wanted to focus on football, and that's perfect. Also, when they were trying to get my boy jabbed up, he said, nah, I have a right to question this and wait for the research and all those things. Oh, by the way, Arjun Ibrahimovic has signed his first professional contract at FC Bayern. The 17-year-old was at Seban Espresso today with his family and agent. He will become a regular part of the first team and train permanently under Nagelsmann. So he is no longer going to be with the under 19s. So that's good for Arjan. He turned 17. Guys, we have a lot of really good, effective young players, really talented on the ball, like lots of potential. But I've already said, not everyone's going to make it. So I'm praying that all of these kids like Paul Vanner, Arjan, Vidovic, I mean, it's crazy. A few seasons ago, it was Oliver Batista Mai. He's going to be the next thing. And then Oliver just kind of slowed down and, where is he at now? he's playing third division football, I think, or second division, dude. I mean, so you guys got to, look, like manage your expectations with these 16-year-olds and 15-year-olds. Not everyone's going to make it. The players that are going to make it are the ones with the great mentality. Jamal Musiala isn't from our academy. Yeah, we signed him when he was 17, but he already grew up, in England. Moving to Bayern was a big step, and he proved himself. When he got his chance, he took it, and then he had patience. He was on the bench a lot, coming on for 5 minutes, and then someone got injured. That's usually how it goes. Someone gets injured, he gets called on, and he shines, and now he's like a consideration for the starting 11. And then the other injured players come back. He's back on the bench, and then everyone realizes we miss him, we need him, and then he plays, and then he shines and really proves himself, and now he's like a crucial part of our team. It's like Musiala or nothing. So that's how it works, man. I think these young players, that's all they need, man. Just take your opportunity. Yeah, just take your opportunity. That's what I'm hoping for these young players. George is AOT fan. Who's AOT? Hooters conversation. You guys are talking about Hooters again. What's with these boys in Hooters? Y'all are creeps, man. But which Hooters though? I got one like here. Yeah. AOT. How can AOT's name be Arjan Ibrahimovic? Yeah, he's a good player, man. But I want him to succeed. So let's not put too much expectation on him, right? If he doesn't score a chance, maybe he should score. Let's not all go, oh, you're not good now, because that's how other fans are. We're not like those fans. So it's the same thing with Musiala when he was coming through. I told people, hey, don't just place this great pressure on this kid. Let him, marinate himself into the team. And now look at us, man. Okay, now let's talk about Jan Sommer. So if the Newbell deal doesn't go through and we can't negotiate, yeah. Wow. Xavi's a weird guy, man. He's still saying Barcelona was far superior in the first game against Bayern Munich, but they were more effective. Dude, get over yourself. I mean, to be fair to Xavi, he said Bayern Munich will win or will get to the Champions League final, and it's going to be Man City versus Bayern Munich. So Xavi knows ball, baby. All right, so back to what I was saying. Yeah, so it looks like Bayern is considering Jan Sommer. Wow. RB Leipzig sporting director Max Eberl is fighting to keep Leimer and prevent him from joining Bayern. Carney's a great player. We're still trying to keep him in Leipzig. Still has 6 months on his contract. Talks are going to be difficult. Wait, damn. Wait, yo, what the heck? What the heck? Hey, that's crazy. Max Eberl showing some balls. I wouldn't mind Leimer staying at Leipzig. Absolutely wouldn't mind, because he's not that good. But he's coming to Bayern, and I'm going to have to support him. So Fabrizio Romano says Jan Sommer's an option for Bayern to replace Neuer. Talks are ongoing, but not advanced yet. He's one of the names on the list. Inter are also interested in Sommer, but only for a free transfer in the summer. Okay, so as you guys know, Sommer is only 30. Wait, am I tripping, or is he 34? God damn, he's old. Yeah, Jan Sommer, he's a good goalkeeper, man. He's a really good goalkeeper. He's world class. Only reason he's not considered, up there is probably because he's playing for Gladbach, and that's as simple as that. The Swiss goalkeeper. Every time he plays against Bayern, he performs. I feel like he'd be like Keylor Navas for us. Just really good against every big team. And not the greatest when it comes to... No, actually on the ball, he's really good. His distribution's good. And off his line, he's really good as well. And Jan Sommer is really good, man. I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind bringing in Jan Sommer, because he's also 34, which means, he wouldn't mind being a backup to Neuer. Like, would he hate it as much as Newbell would? But I still think Newbell's coming. I think Newbell's going to come back to Bayern, and that makes sense. Sommer's too old. Livakovic is a must-buy, I would say. 50 people watching. Hey, hit the like button, you bloody bastards. Hey, I'm waiting for the watch-alongs too, man. I'm tired of the World Cup. So glad it's over. I think actually there's Premier League games and EFL Cup games already, dude. The Bundesliga needs 20 teams. This winter break ain't doing it for me, man. We need games every day. These players need to die. We need to see them play games. Yeah, so Premier League's back. Bundesliga, we're getting it back January. In January next year. Dude, that's a month from now, but it feels like a year. Feels like a year, dude. But yeah, Leipzig versus Bayern, that's going to be a cold game. It's still the first half of this season. So next year, but still the first half of this season because it's the 17th game in the Bundesliga. And then a few weeks after that, we play PSG. Damn, with Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi. God damn, boy. Woo. Hey, we might even have Ulreich in goal. Damn, I'd have a heart attack. I'd actually kill myself. Announce CR7. If Bayern Munich signed CR7, we would cement ourselves as no longer being a serious club. Ronaldo, he's not even a top 20 player in the world right now. Ronaldo's finished. He's finito. Like the lunch I'm about to eat later. He's going to be finished. Well, look, so I can't wait for the second half of the season. It's going to be cool to see, how players like Musiala, Kimmich said he might enter into a hole after the World Cup. Hey, yo, our team's getting depressed. No one in our team won the World Cup for the first time in a while. I mean, we had Brazilians like, what's his name? Jorginho in the 20. Bro, he was winning World Cups. And we had Lazarou. Wait, I think France won the World Cup 2006. Yeah. 2010, we had no one on Spain's team, but we did have Robin get to the final. Bro, Bayern Munich and Inter have the longest run for having a player in the World Cup. Isn't that crazy? Wow. 90 Minutes released their greatest footballers of all time. Ronaldo's not even in the top 5. Hey, they put Franz Beckenbauer 4th. Hey, W 90 Minutes, man. W 90 Minutes. Hey, this is crazy. They put Beckenbauer. Hey, love that. Messi, Diego Maradona, Pele, Franz Beckenbauer, Johan Cruyff, Ronaldo, R9, Zinedine Zidane, Cristiano Ronaldo. Dude, this is actually how the list would look. I'm not going to lie. Zidane's a better footballer than Ronaldo. Ronaldo Nazario is a better footballer than Ronaldo. Johan Cruyff is a better footballer than Ronaldo. Franz Beckenbauer is a better footballer than Ronaldo. Pele is a better footballer than Cristiano Ronaldo. Diego Maradona is a better footballer than Cristiano Ronaldo. But where's Ronaldinho, you dumb bastards? Where's Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho should be second. Where is Ronaldinho? Oh, I think this is Ronaldo like Ronaldinho. But Ronaldo Nazario should, bro. Where's Ronaldinho, man? That's a terrible list. There's no Dino, man. CR7 and 8 is kind of disrespectful though. Should be third, top 3. Nah, Ronaldo's not a top 3 footballer, like pure footballer. He's not, man. Them step overs and pace, that's over. The step over and power through, that's never coming back. It was never a great, watch to see Cristiano Ronaldo score tap-ins. Ronaldo is nowhere close to Ronaldinho. I don't even think Ronaldo is a better footballer than Neymar. Duh, he's not. I rate players based on how enjoyable they are. Messi's the most enjoyable player. Robin was so enjoyable. Like, my man, every time he cut in, you knew this is going to be on target at the very least. So, all right, CR7 should thank Zidane, or else people would have. Yeah. No Neuer in the list. How was Buffon? That's an interesting one as well. No Neuer, but they put Franz Beckenbauer in there, so love that. Oh, Alphonso Davies and Jamal Musiala are in the who scored under 23 best X11 at the World Cup. So Jamal, I think he's actually the highest rated. Well, no, Saka is by like 0.04. So hey, Jamal, oh no. Yeah. Jamal's out there, man. He's out there doing his thing, man. He's out there doing the business. I just realized Konate is younger than Upamecano. How the hell? I thought he was older. All right. Well, boys, man. People say you can beat talent with hard work. I guess you can't when you're 35. Talent still wins at 35. I mean, Messi's not only talented, he works hard. You don't just do that, the things he's doing now, without hard work. He's keeping his body a certain way. His diet is strict for sure. You know, the only thing is Ronaldo shows it. Messi doesn't. Messi doesn't show you, you know, his abs, or he doesn't need to. Messi works hard compared to Ronaldinho and R9. R9 was fat winning World Cups. My man had a pregnancy, bro, and he was scoring hat tricks with pregnancies. Come on, dude. He was on his period with Beetlejuice coming out of his pee-pee, and he was winning Champions Leagues. Wait, did R9 never win? I think R9's one of those players that never won the Champions. He was winning World Cups. You know what I mean? Wait, no way R9 never won the Champions. Isn't he one of those players that never won it but was so great? Or is it Zlatan I'm thinking about? Yeah, but he never won the Champions League. Look at Zlatan now, dude. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is still like really good on the ball. Like his touch is still Zlatan. You know, you can tell it's Zlatan, but slower, and you know, he's not as sharp. And yeah, he's 41, you dumb bastards. Ronaldo's only 37, and he lost everything. His first touch sucks. That's my point. We should play Tell instead of signing Kane. Well, Bayern Munich have been linked to Harry Kane for a few weeks now. It's pretty obvious we want him. The question is, will Kane come to Bayern, or is he one of these weak-minded players that would rather break a goal-scoring record than win trophies that last longer in his legacy? No one's going to remember you for scoring that many goals that one time but never won anything. People remember players that show up in big moments. No one's going to remember Kane more than they remember Didier Drogba, even though Drogba had significantly less goals than Kane, because Drogba's goals were winning trophies. He scored and won Champions Leagues, or won Champions League. Oh, God, it was the Allianz Arena too. So yeah, that's the point. I wouldn't mind Leipzig keeping Leimer. I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. Hey, did you guys hear the story about Pavard? Apparently, Benjamin Pavard was saying things on the French bench, and he wasn't, you know, really being a team player. As much as I know Pavard isn't great, that I also think it might be BS. You know, what do you mean Pavard's sitting on the bench cursing at players? Come on, man. You know, Hansi Flick feels the team was let down by politicians in Germany. The French president, Emmanuel Macron, said something like, football is too politicized. Our players should focus on football. I do politics. That would have been a good sign for us too. Wow, Flick agrees with me. Our job is to play football. It would be nice if we were allowed to do that. There are other people who are trained for politics. It's like the mood in Germany was against Qatar, and a lot of people said they were not going to watch. It's a pity. I was amazed to see other fans giving their teams unconditional support. That should be our focus so that we should be as successful as possible. Yeah. Hey, Flick hit the nail on the coffin, or hit the coffin on the nail, whatever it is. What's that saying? Because it's true. This is exactly what I said. Why is Germany going into the World Cup talking about one love, rainbow armbands? Dude, can we just play football? Like, talk about tactics. And, well, to be fair to Flick, he also criticized this World Cup. So, well, not to be fair to him, it's kind of hypocritical that he's saying this now. But it's probably just hindsight. Hindsight is a great thing, isn't it? Oh, I wish I could have, should have, would have. Yeah. Well, I'm glad he knows that all this talk of politics was just a distraction, and his real focus should have always been on coaching his team and giving them the best instructions to win this competition. Germany had a better team than the performances they showed. They should have beat Japan. They should have beat Spain. They should have beat Costa Rica easily. I mean, there was a point where Costa Rica was winning 2-1. So it's not like Germany actually performed that well at this World Cup. Celebrating draws against Spain, a Spanish team that's toothless. Come on, man. More toothless than a toddler. So, yeah, I'm glad Flick now admits that it was just a mistake to constantly bombard the headlines with Qatar hate. And by the way, I'm not a great supporter of Qatar. I think they have a lot of issues. I mean, Qatar has a lot of issues. But this World Cup was a competition between 32 nations to find out which nation would win the competition. And Germany turned it into, well, basically a campaign against Qatar. And maybe you should have done the politics after having a great campaign. But you turned yourself into a meme and you delegitimized the actually good thing you were trying to protest for by losing. If you won like to the semifinals, which I think Germany could have gotten to, I honestly think Germany would have beat Morocco, because Germany is just that type of team. To beat a team like Morocco but lose, yeah, they would beat a team they can actually win against. But no, my point is, by getting further and advancing in the competition, your political message would have been way more taken seriously. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Flick is right, though. Why are there porn bots in the chat, boys? What are you guys doing, man? Every time this chat starts talking about Hooters, I start seeing porn bots. Missed his bedroom, bro. You're doing recent videos in some weird places. Yeah, I was in... I traveled for a month, but now we're back, and we have been back for about 2 weeks now. Yeah, so, but yeah, I haven't been doing live streams because of this stupid World Cup, but it's over now. I have done, well, the first stream back was 10 days ago. No, 13 days ago. Dude, yeah, we're back to a more regular schedule. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a show on if Bayern Munich can actually beat PSG. So subscribe if you're new for that. Also hit the like button if you haven't. It helps the YouTube algorithm know these videos are great. People want to keep watching. You guys think we can beat PSG? Yes or no in the chat? I mean, with Messi having nothing to prove to anyone, the dude has completed football. He has won every award you can think of. Golden Boots, Champions League's best player, FIFA best player, Ballon d'Ors, World Cup, Champions League, Super Cup. If he was still at Barcelona, he might have a chance of winning the Europa League and the Conference League the season after. Hey, do Europa League losers go into the Conference League? That would actually make the Conference League a little bit more legitimate. Imagine a team that, got third in their group in the Europa League dropped to the Conference League. That might bring more eyeballs to it because there's going to be better teams that drop. Yeah. So it's just, yeah, man. It's all over the place. People are saying, hello, Chico. Yes, we can beat PSG. Imagine if Upa was German. Then Germany would have another center back with a Bazo gene that would play world class when he needed to. Yes, we can beat him. No. It's interesting how people have different opinions supporting the same club, watching the same players. I think we can beat PSG and it won't be that hard. Yes, Messi has nothing to prove. Yes, Mbappe's hungry to win. Yes, Neymar's hungry, but so is Musiala. So is Sané. These are players that are now playing their best football in years, and they have something to prove as well. And we are an effective team. As much as I think we probably get dominated against a team like Man City in terms of possession and we get dominated on the ball, but we are more effective. We counter better, and that's all we need. We need 2 counters in 90 seconds, like against Barcelona, and we can win the game easily. We have, what Argentina players have, that shithousery. I love it, man. I love what Emi Martinez is doing. My man's holding his PP. He's doing everything I love, man. He's just... I love that. I just love it. I'd love to have that at Bayern. I'd love Emi Martinez at Bayern, dude. The dude's out here holding his PP. He's holding Mbappe as a baby. Bro, people are crying. Oh, why would you do that? Mbappe literally said, South American teams are overrated and they're dying. That's what Mbappe said. And Argentina, a South American team, wins against France, Mbappe's country, of course he's going to do the most. Of course. Of course he's going to do his thing. I don't know what you guys Mbappe makes 90 million a year. Oh my god, that's crazy. Bro, what the flip? We don't have players making that. I think our wage bill for all our players combined is lower than that. I mean, no, actually, think about it, bro. Damn, I just looked up Mbappe. My man's making 90 millies. That's almost $100 million a year. Oh, my Lord. Why would you leave PSG? Dude, if he leaves PSG on that kind of money, then respect to him. Then I actually respect him. Wow. Well, yeah, so Mbappe doing all that, and then Emi Martinez grabbing his pee-pee. I love it. I love it. I think I deserve. Koundé fault France list. Don't know what that means. Our players are down, but I think PSG is more down. Fair. Right. That's a good point. I mean, did any PSG players apart from Messi win? Exactly. Least XG conceded per 90 minutes at the World Cup. Euros 2020 was Italy. Premier League 2021-22 was Man City. World Cup 2022 was Argentina. So defense does win titles. Yeah. Argentina are a bunch of, bro, they are so crazy, man. It's like, I wouldn't mind seeing, they all have it, the scumbag gene, dude. It's like they're born with it. Look, you kind of have to understand why. When you grow up in South America, you got to be tough to, grow up in the streets of Rosario or Buenos Aires. Bro, you got to be tough to grow up with very little food. Look at the inflation problem in Argentina. Bro, their money is worthless. Their lives are tough. So the next players are going to be even tougher. They got to be scumbags. All of them. Even Messi got a little bit of a scumbag gene. Messi's doing all this to Van Gaal. Like, bro, because I think one of the old Argentina players used to play for Van Gaal, but Van Gaal played him out of position and never respected him. And when he scored, he did that celebration. So Messi did the same celebration, which is kind of interesting. So I don't know. They're all scumbags, but that's good because they won. They won. They won doing that. That's respectable. You guys hit the like button yet? Now, Kolomoini better than come out at the World Cup. Well, I mean, doesn't take that much to be better than Kingsley. Kingsley missed a penalty and all these things. Yeah. Rumor has it Bayern Munich are interested in signing Aston Villa goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez. Dude, we have to sign him, dude. He's that guy, dude. He's that guy. I would love Bayern to go ahead and sign Enzo Fernandez, dude. If we sign Enzo Fernandez, we'll win competitions for years to come. Imagine Enzo Fernandez. He would actually be closer to a destroyer than Kimmich is. Isn't that funny? Bro, my man was on a yellow card in a World Cup final, and he was tackling everyone, like breaking up play and no freaking fouls. What a W baller right there. What a baller. And bro, you got to have a different level of temperament. The best players can do that. Usually when a coach sees a player on a yellow in a World Cup final, he brings on, it's not like Argentina didn't have options. He could have brought on some other guy to, get in the midfield. He took off De Paul before he took off Enzo Fernandez. Bro, that's trust. That's trust. I'd love Enzo Fernandez at Bayern. We have to consider it. He's South America. He has that scumbag in him. You know what I'm saying? We got Limer instead. Sigh. Oh, man. Well, I mean, Max Erbel doesn't want to let Limer go. I think Leipzig are getting Erbel because they want to build a title-winning team. Erbel, for years at Mönchengladbach, has been getting players like, Thuram or Neuhaus or, these little signings he was making. Now Leipzig, I think, are trying to build a title team, right? So Erbel trying to keep Leipzig is actually super smart. If he can keep him, I mean, he said it himself, he wants to keep him. They want to win a trophy. Champions League. That was always the RB Leipzig plan. To have all these feeder clubs like Salzburg is just there, and then transfer the players. Now they have Jabozle, Nkunku for another 6 months. Now everyone's thinking Nkunku's going to Chelsea, and he is, right? But here's the thing: that's like the last group of player that's big named that's probably going to be allowed to leave Leipzig, just like that. I think the next step now for them is they're going to start offering higher wages to the good players they have to keep them at Leipzig. So maybe they're trying to give Leimer the same wage he'd get at Bayern. But I think Leimer's move is because he's a Bayern fan and he likes Bayern and he wants to play with Nagelsmann. Marco Rosa is also he's not like a coach they're going to develop and then send away like Nagelsmann. Rosa's like the guy. He was always the plan. So the Leipzig plan is coming together. I actually thought by the Red Bull owner dying, they would have had a slowdown, but it looks like they're speeding things up. So you might see Leipzig start spending money on proven players as opposed to just going for the young ones. And that might be their way of finally cementing themselves as true title contenders. So yeah, that's how I'm seeing it at the moment. All right. What about Almiron? You guys want Almiron at Bayern? I get Newcastle is playing well, but come on, dude. 28. Come on. Come on, man. Yeah, I mean, he's not Bayern quality at all. He's not. Enzo needed at Barca to replace Busquets. The thing is, he would be a perfect Busquets replacement. I think he's better defensively than Frankie de Jong. He just has that scumbag in him, tactical fouls and all that. Yeah. I think, yeah, that's wow. Vardio, he actually has a release clause in 2024, 110 million euros. Wow. Vardio will become the most expensive defender of the Bundesliga, pretty sure, but chances are good for Leipzig to keep him next summer. Yeah, so Vardio is going to leave Leipzig in 2024. Or next summer. Oh, shoot. So the summer after that. Dude, Vardio's only 21. Yeah, if I was or 20, actually. Yeah, he's only 20, dude. I think Leipzig, wow. That means they're going to give Vardio a lot of money. They're going to want to try to keep him until he's 24 or 23, kind of like how they did with Upamecano. Yeah, that's crazy. That the fact that they were able to get 110 million on his release clause tells me that they mean business. Because if you want to sign him, all right, give us 110 million. That's his release clause. They're not going to get anything less. And if they want to keep him, they'll extend his contract and give him, an extra, 10 million a year. That's awesome. The Bundesliga clubs might be taken seriously for once. One of our scouts, our chief scout, is now sporting director at Hoffenheim. So, wow. Permin Schlagler. I didn't even know who he was, to be honest. You guys really be careful. Some people are like, I know who our chief scout is. I know who our trainer for our under 12s is. Bro, I don't. I can't focus that much, man. I got to focus on one team and the players and the manager and, the news, the transfers. I can't even watch our women's team, dog. I should have done a watch along for that. That would have been so good. So yeah, that's interesting. Before Neuer's injury, I was 70% sure we would beat PSG. Now, after the World Cup, I'm about 30%. We go through, sadly. Whoa. Hey, where's the hope, man? Oh, ye of little faith. God damn, you guys have no faith in the team. We need Leipzig's chief scout for defenders. Yeah, honestly, we have spent so much money on center backs. I think we have spent more money on center backs than we did on midfielders combined. We bought Kimmich for $8 million. We bought Goretzka, got him for free, actually. And we got Gravenberch for 15 or 20 million. But De Ligt, 70 million plus 10 million in add-ons. which actually is cheap. Upamecano, 45 million. Lucas Hernandez, 80 million. Bro, we are signing money. Not just defenders, center backs, bruh. Just CB. We are incapable of signing center backs that are really good for cheap. We can get a wingers. We can get Sane for 20 mil. You guys make Sane out like we signed him for 100 million with the kind of pressure you put on the boy. I mean, he makes 17 million or something a season. But we actually signed Sane for 49 million. Oh, never mind. That's 50 million is a lot, yeah. And now he's back on the market rise, man. That's awesome. The thing is with Leroy, even at 28, you could always sell him for 100 million. But I don't think Sane is leaving Bayern anytime soon. I think his goal is to win the Champions League. That's why he left the small club Man City to do that. Win the World Cup. Sane is going to be 30, exactly 30 at the next World Cup. That's awesome for him. That's really cool. No, he's actually still going to be 29. Wait, no, January 11th. Yeah. So he's going to turn 30 in a few months later, the World Cup in the U.S. Hey, that's awesome. Kimmich's going to be 31. Goretzka's going to be 31 as well. Yeah, because he's 27 now. What's his name? Musiala's going to be 23. Mokoko's going to be like 22 as well. Florian Wirtz is going to be 23 too. Wait, how old is Florian? Might be 22. Florian Wirtz, my boy's back. Yeah, he's going to be 23. So, hey, Germany next World Cup might be the move. But also they have the Euros. So I think Germany has the most pressure to win because it's in their own country. So we might see a Germany Euros win. All right, boys. Kimmich is going to be the next captain. Pavard's angry that he didn't play at the World Cup. Emiliano Martinez is a shite house. Love it. Bayern Munich are looking at Jan Sommer to try to bring him in. And, yeah. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. Mia, and peace. I got to go to the gym. I got important business to take care of.